So I wanted to bring you out here to introduce you to my early teenage years. When we first moved from Pakistan to Las Vegas with our extended family on the weekend, we would choose one day to come here and have a barbecue. Welcome to the very spot where we used to come here to Floyd Lamb State Park in the early 90s to have our picnics. So I brought you out here today to talk to you about playing, about sports, about being outdoors. There's so much that I need to teach you about me. The bad news is that I am the first athlete in all of our family, and I'm the first lifelong athlete in our family, which means you're not going to be that genetically gifted. However, through education and my expertise, you will be stronger than the genetically gifted, and you will be more educated than the average meathead in the gym. In middle school, when I started playing tennis, I didn't gain weight because I was running around so much. And then after school, when I finished my homework, I would go outside and play with our neighbors' kids. On the weekends, I was also active coming here to the park to play with my sisters and cousins. We would go to the nearby elementary school and play basketball there or football. So I was very active, and it was very difficult for me to gain any weight. In high school, I started growing a little bit and gained a little bit of weight, but life was more hectic because I played tennis at a high school level. We had to work harder, and my diet it wasn't much of a diet because all I did was play. So the little bit of muscle that I gained was because I played sports. When I graduated high school, I started going to the gym and started lifting weights. Now, I wasn't educated in lifting weights or how to lift weights, how much to lift, how to progress, how to eat, what to eat. I was just weightlifting because that's all I wanted to do all my life. I was doing it with no prior knowledge. So as I progressed through college, that's when I became very busy and focused my attention on sculpture. After I graduated college, I had gained a significant amount of bad weight. So what I wanted to do was to go about becoming an educated bodybuilder. And the best way that I thought I could be an educated bodybuilder was to read, where I made the library my home. And anything I learned, I would note it, try it out in the gym, modify it to where it fit my needs, and then add to that. In 2008, when I moved to China, I started training for a bike ride. I wanted to ride my bicycle from Beijing to Tibet. In 43 days, I accomplished that goal. The next one was climbing the 5 famous mountains in China. So I trained for that a little bit differently. Kiddo, the one thing you have to understand is it's not the genetics that gets you to the top, to lift the biggest weights, the heaviest weights, or do the most repetitions. It's your knowledge of the sport, knowledge of your own body, and what you can handle, what you can't handle, and to be patient. If you can't do it today, try it again tomorrow. In the sport of bodybuilding, you have to understand that it's millimeter by millimeter. If you did a millimeter today, you will do 2 tomorrow. And you have to understand that this is for a lifetime. It took me years to be able to deadlift over 400 pounds, to be able to squat over 400 pounds, to be able to leg press over 1,200 pounds. Now, I'm not the biggest guy, I'm not the strongest guy, I'm not the most genetically gifted guy or the most talented, but I am the most educated. And I am a veteran of the sport because I have dedicated myself to the sport since 2003. So when you dedicate yourself, when you believe that that is your sport, do it to the best of your ability and work hard, and one day you will achieve your dream.